Hi again, Tahar here from the Qoblex team. In today's walkthrough, we are going to look into the process of billing your purchase orders in Qoblex. We're going to start with a copy of the order that we have created last time, and we'll receive all the stock and then we'll create a bill for it. Note that you can create bills, then receive stock. You can receive stock, then create bills. It doesn't really matter. You can also do partial receipts of your stock and then partial billing and then continue receiving your order. But for the sake of simplicity, we're going to first receive our stock today, and then we are going to record a bill for it. I'm going to receive all the products first. Then we're going to create the bill. At this stage, note that the quantities are still editable. As I mentioned last time, you can increase your quantities, but you cannot decrease them. Obviously, as I have already received 2 units from this line item, I cannot reduce it to 1. That said, I can bump it up to 3 if I need to receive more stock from my supplier. At this stage, I have the option of either billing everything from the PO, including the landed costs, or I can bill a selection of the products. And in my case, I'll go ahead and select all the products, select all the landed costs, then go to bills, and then bill selected. The system will automatically pick up the products that I selected earlier, and then we'll create a bill for them. I can also do partial billing. Let's say this Adidas 9 white, I'm going to only bill for 50 units. Then click on authorize. Now the system has billed 450 units. If I come back to the purchase order, you will see that now the prices are locked. The reason they are locked is because there is a bill for them. If I want to change the prices, I need to edit this bill. Another useful feature is supplier deposits. I can go here and I can add a deposit for this purchase order. Let's say I have a deposit of 10,000 euros. Save and close. And now I want to allocate this deposit to the bill that I created earlier. So all I need to do, open the bill, go to payments, and then allocate deposit. Now you will see the bill has the deposit allocated right here. This bill is partially paid. And if I want to add payments to it, all I need to do is go under payments, add payment. Let's add another 20,000 euros. The payments will now appear at the bottom of the bill. So I have 10,000 euros as a deposit and 20,000 euros as a payment. Now at this stage, what if I notice a discrepancy in the price? Say the paper trail that I received from my supplier says the purchase price for this item here is not 580, but rather 600 euros. In that case, the price is locked, so I cannot change it. And in order for me to do that, I need to go to the bill and need to remove the payment. Or sorry, I can click on edit, and you will see that the system will refuse to edit the bill because it has payments and deposits attached to them. In order for us then to edit this bill, I need to first remove this payment, delete, and deallocate this deposit. Now the payments have been removed and the deposits deallocated. I can click on edit and the bill will open for edits again. Remove the bill and come back to the purchase order, fix the price, and select bill all again. And there you go. The bill has now been created for 600 euros, 2 units, and the remaining line items will have the full quantities and the PO prices. I can also include the landed costs inside the bill. If the bill does not include these landed costs, I can just click on the X icon and they will be removed from the bill. Authorize. As the bill is authorized, all of the line items, including landed costs, have been authorized. The purchase order is now flagged as billed. And if I switch back to the main view, The purchase order now shows as fully received, but no payments have been recorded yet, because remember, I created payments for those for that bill, but then removed them. These flags are quite interesting. Now I can create filters here. For example, I would like to have a view where I would see all of the POs that have either not been billed or partially billed. Or I would like to have a view where I would like to see the purchase orders that have been billed but have not been paid yet. You can mix and match all of these filters really to get some interesting insights out of your purchase orders. When I changed my purchase price from 580 to 600, the system has changed the moving average cost of the line items that I have received in this goods receipt note. You will also notice that the other costs, which is the distribution of the landed costs over the PO lines, have slightly changed, as this item is now a little bit more expensive than previously. As the PO is flagged as fully received and fully billed, you will see a Close PO button appear at the top. One of the challenges that our customers run into with their procurement process is there are 3 documents that you need to manage. You have the purchase order itself, you have the bills, and you have the goods receipt notes. In fairly large organizations, these 3 processes are done by 3 different departments. The PO is usually managed by the procurement department, then you have the accountants dealing with bills, and the warehouse staff dealing with the goods receipt notes. The accountant usually needs to check with the warehouse team or the procurement department and make sure that the billed quantities and the billed prices match. This is quite cumbersome and requires a lot of back and forth between these 3 departments. To solve that, in Qoblex, we introduced a 3-way check feature, which is tied to the closed PO functionality. As I click on closed PO, the system will check the purchase order quantities against the received quantities, and it will check the purchase order prices against the billed prices. And if any of these 3 differ, you will get a warning message telling you that, hey, the PO quantities don't match the billed quantities or the GRN quantities, or the PO prices don't match your billed prices. You can either choose to go in and fix the purchase order. As I showed you earlier, if your prices don't match, you can go in, remove payments, edit your bills, fix the prices, bill your PO again, then try to close it. If you want to overrule the system and you want to accept that your PO has discrepancies, then you will be presented with a force button. In my case, it won't show me that because the received quantities all match my goods receipt notes and my PO prices match my billed prices. And as you can see now, the purchase order is flagged as closed. And voila, this is how Qoblex helps you seamlessly manage your supplier bills, payments, deposits within one centralized workspace. If you have questions or feature suggestions, please drop them in the comments below. I will be more than happy to get back to you. Thank you.